Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Hakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom to the sincere brethren out there pushing this word, and to you sincere listeners. So I want to go into a quick lesson, which the title of it is going to be The Perfect Storm is Brewing. And pretty much the stage is being set for, the last bit of the prophecies of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to be fulfilled. The famine, the pestilence, martial law, the economic collapse, leading all the way up to, the implementation of the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast, and the, destruction of Babylon the Great, the beast and the whore. Okay, so what we have here, this is an article that came out. This is from the Mercury News. And the title reads, The Crown 19. Hayward food line routinely turns away 200 cars. Rations food to last longer. So with this whole, lockdown that has been put in place by these different governments, a lot of businesses have went under. The last time, I checked, the latest information was that I believe 46% of all restaurants, this is just here in San Francisco, 46% of all restaurants in San Francisco have closed for good. They're not coming back. So that's a lot of jobs, that are gone forever, man. Not to include the other retail stores, that have fallen to this lockdown, which is just adding on to the stress. So you see more and more people having to get in these food lines, and people are saying this is worse than the Great Depression. We're seeing Great Depression numbers here, but now it's getting worse. So it says Hayward food lines routinely turn away 200 cars. So it's 200 people that can't get food, 200 people that are being denied, assistance because there's no food there. There's not enough to feed everybody. And then it says that they ration food to last longer. So the boxes are getting smaller, Before, this whole thing jumped off, if you needed food from a food bank, you would probably get a full box of food. It might last you a week, 2 weeks, but the sizes are getting smaller because more and more people are showing up, and then it comes to a point where they're routinely running out of food and turning people away. So what are these people going to do? Eventually, what are these people going to do, man? Okay, they're going to start stealing things, and then what is this man getting ready to implement? He's getting ready to implement jab passports, and you're going to need this to get into the stores, to get into, get on public transit. And a lot of people don't want to take the jab. So here it is, going back to the title of the video, The Perfect Storm is Brewing. You have people that are starving, there's no jobs out here, so people can't go to work and get money. Okay. And then this man is getting ready to institute jab passports. And a lot of people don't want to get the jab. So what's going to happen? I can't go into the store. I can't get food. I go to the bread line. The bread lines are turning me away. I can't make money to buy my own food. So all hell is going to break loose out here, man. All right. So it says unrelenting demand for free food expected well into 2021. It's only going to get worse, man. We're in the beginning stages of, those prophecies in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, coming to pass. And Lord willing, we're going to get into that, man. Okay, this is pretty much the beginning of the end, man. All right, the beginning of sorrows, as the scriptures call it. So it says, Hayward, volunteers at the food line here carry jumper cables. Sometimes people line up so early to get boxes of free groceries that their cars die. Whew. It's rough out here, man. It says sometimes people who have no cars at all walk up open-handed, grateful to carry home whatever they can. And more often than not, the city of Hayward that has been distributing food in the Chabot College parking lot for months has run out. Organizers routinely turn away 200 cars. So that's 200 families that's going to go without food, man. And how long does this take before you lose it? Like my man Salente says, he says when people lose everything, and they have nothing else to lose, they lose it, man. And we're at that point. You know, people could deal with losing jobs. You know, people can deal with losing, their place to stay. But people really lose it when they lose the ability to put food inside of their bellies, man. That's when that real survival instinct kicks in. It says, we try our best to stretch out what we get to last as long as we can, said Zachary Ebadi, who has been running the program for the city since April. It's just the need is greater than what we have. With the Crown Vic pandemic entering its 10th month, which, by the way, is supposed to be a 2-week lockdown, to flatten the curve. Now it's turned into 10 months, man. It says, with the Crown Vic pandemic entering its 10th month and job losses mounting with the latest lockdown orders issued last week, so that's what's causing the economy to collapse. This is masking the economic collapse, because this system couldn't go on forever anyway. Okay, the debt of America is already at an all-time high. So once that time to pay up, which would eventually have come, once that time would have come, the same thing would have happened. You would see job losses. It says demand has been unrelenting. Searing images from coast to coast of thousands of cars snaking through parking lots for free food illustrate in desperate relief the pandemic's staggering consequences, which these damn devils knew this was going to happen, man. They knew what would happen if they shut the economy down. Okay, this is them, tightening that grip, okay, tightening that vice grip on these people to get them to submit to the government, man, and do whatever they tell you to do. Wear the coverings, take the jab, take the mark, so you can go back to normalcy. This is all planned, man. It says the Bay Area, where the cost of housing is so high that many people barely have savings when times are good, has seen the same. We never see it go down, Ed Body said. We only see it increase, so things are getting worse. As the days go on, things are getting worse and worse, man. At another food distribution site in Oakland along the Highway 880 frontage road, 1,000 cars line up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In San Jose, the nonprofit Hunger at Home had to move its food giveaway when cars backed up so far they blocked the freeway. That's heavy, man. And even out in the UK, I believe this came out last week, UNICEF is out there, man. So UNICEF, which is a global organization, this is set up by the elites any damn way, UNICEF. But this is a organization that's known for feeding starving people in third world countries, man. They the ones that be responsible for those ads you'll see late night on TV of a starving Cushite with flies on his eyes, or feed the children. This organization is now in the UK feeding starving families, man. All right. So it's bad out here, and it's only gonna get worse. Okay. It says Second Harvest, Silicon Valley, and Alameda County Community Food Bank are two major suppliers that distribute for a network of nonprofits across the region. Each has doubled the number of people they serve, jumping from 250,000 people a month pre-pandemic to 500,000 now. And this was, this article came out earlier this month. So as, the days and the weeks go by, it just gets worse and worse, man. All right. It says Feeding America, the nation's largest hunger relief organization, estimates that by the end of the year, 50 million people in the U.S. won't have enough to eat, up from 35 million in 2019. A September report commissioned by the National Nonprofit Food Research and Action Center found that 21% of those who lost their jobs nationally during the pandemic reported not having enough food, and that blacks and Latinos, all right, it's a new term that Esau, put for you is Latinx, which is BS. It says households, women, and children have been especially hard hit because you're on the bottom, man. So of course these things are going to affect you more than any of these other people. It says, even with the jab in sight, a long road to economic recovery is expected, and food lines continuing well into 2021 seem inevitable. We just know from past recessions and emergencies that it takes a long time for people to get back on their feet, said Michael Altfest, spokesman for the Alameda County Community Food Bank. And things ain't gonna get worse. They're not gonna get better. Things ain't gonna go back to normal, man. Okay? People have zero resources in this society, man. Okay? Nobody has any money. People were already, in a situation to where they couldn't even afford a $500 emergency, man. So how they gonna be able to get back on their feet? A lot of these jobs out here are completely finished. Okay, so these people that are down and out now, they're gonna stay that way, man. And it's only gonna get worse. You're gonna see more people that's down and out. Wait till the evictions, come, man. Which this man has been talking about a tsunami of evictions. The only thing that's holding these people back, from getting evicted and getting out, being put out on the street, is these different moratoriums that have been established, man, throughout these different cities, states, and the federal moratoriums, But even with those things, you still have certain evictions going on, man. Okay, so wait till those hit. Wait till everything hits. Okay, it's gonna be the worst it's ever been out here, man. That time of trouble that's spoken about in the scriptures. Okay, these are the times that we're entering into. All right, well, we're in those times already. It says we could come out of this. People will have their jobs and have homes, but still owe thousands in back rent. And people ain't gonna have their homes. Okay? And that was, one thing we was saying when this thing first jumped off, man. If they tell you, you don't gotta pay your rent, okay, there's a rent moratorium, you lose your job, you still gotta pay that money back, man. So where's that money gonna come from if you don't have a job? You just gonna be in debt and you still gonna get kicked out. Okay? So it says we could come out of this and people will have their jobs. They ain't gonna have their jobs though, because ain't no jobs out here. A lot of these businesses have closed down, man. I just gave you a number. 46% of the restaurants just in San Francisco alone have closed for good. That doesn't include all the other retail stores that's here, the different salons, the beauty shops that's here. Who knows how many of those have closed? Okay, so this is the worst time economically in history. It says, but still owe thousands in back rent. There's so much now that is staked against our community. In central San Jose on Wednesday morning, Patricia Festa idled in her car in an industrial neighborhood waiting for the traffic control volunteer to wave her in. She never needed this kind of help before the pandemic. And this is a global thing, by the way, too. All right, not only is it going on in the UK, it was an article or a news reel that I seen, a few months back in France. They are going to the food banks out there too, man. So this is a global thing. Okay, all these first world countries, these different Western countries, Europe, the US, Canada, Australia, food banks are on the rise, man. People that having to get their food from food banks is on the rise. It says she never needed this kind of help before the pandemic. At age 56, she's living with her parents. In March, she lost her job as a waitress. Her mother lost her job at the gym. Her father lost his job as a dishwasher. Completely through, man. And these jobs are never coming back. All right. It says there were weeks here and there when she and her mother were brought back to work. But after the new restrictions were put in place, their financial prospects only worsened. The food line helps make ends meet. So without this food line, they'll be through. Now what happens when the food line is done? These people gonna be going crazy out here, man. It says they're very nice here, Festa said of the volunteers at Hunger at Home that added 2 new sites to his distribution calendar to meet demand. We don't feel like, poor people. We feel like it's a hard time for everybody. Vincent Malate, 63, lined up early. He lost his job in food service at Marriott Hotel in San Jose. Oh, that's another thing, man. How many hotels are through? It says Vincent Malate, 63, which he should be retired by now. You know, he should be living off his pension. He shouldn't even be working no more, man. But here in America, all right, you got to work even into your old age, man. This society has created debt slaves, peons. It says Vincent Malate, 63, lined up early. He lost his job in food service at Marriott Hotel in San Jose and has been mowing lawns of friends and the neighbors for $15. That doesn't go too far, he said. It's hard to survive. It's one thing to read about the need or even see pictures, but for Laura Cabral, who came to the San Jose Food Line to make a company donation last week, seeing it for herself was shocking. She couldn't find a place to park at first. This is crazy. I didn't expect the enormity of it, said Cabral, vice president of Sandis Civil Engineering Company in Campbell. It really gets real when you see people lined up. In Hayward, volunteer Shireen Purcell has been helping distribute boxes of onions, potatoes, spinach, oranges, canned goods, and meat and other food since spring. It's out of control. People are desperate, she said. We've been going non-stop since April. Carl LaRue, 56, is unemployed and his wife works hours. His wife's work hours have been dramatically curtailed. They live in a mobile home park in Hayward, and we're just trying to get by. He queues up in line every week by 8:30 a.m. On Thursday, 815 cars filled the Chabot College parking lot, the third largest number in 33 weeks. The giveaway is supposed to open at 11 a.m., but we start earlier and earlier because there are so many people here, Purcell said. Sometimes people have been in line so long they fall asleep behind the wheel and have to be rousted to keep the line moving. It's pure hell, man. It says Ed Body, who runs the Hayward program, says they do the best they can, but it's heartbreaking to turn people away. And it's a depressing task he reserves for himself. The week of Thanksgiving, they handed out boxes of food to 750 cars, but it wasn't enough. I went out myself and apologized to them that we were out of food, he said. That was pretty rough. Like he always does, Ed Body gave his volunteers a pep talk Thursday, thanking them for their help and reminding them to wear their masks and gloves. But with a long line behind them, we also made a request. With the meat, let's limit it to 3 packages, he told them. It will last longer. Yeah, man, so it's completely through out here. Okay, and this is not only in America. This is not only here in the Bay Area. This is throughout the 4 corners of the earth, man. Okay, the elites are locking things down. All right, and they trying to put you people in such a desperate situation that you'll be willing to do anything to get up out of it, even submit to any of their requests, man. What's the main request they're gonna hit you people with is taking the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast. All right, so let's get some scriptures here. This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. We're in the beginning of those evil days, man. People are starving out here. You got, unprecedented numbers of people lining up for food lines, man, to get food from the food bank, free handouts. All right. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds are turned after the rain, which the sun, the moon, and the stars, that represents the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. While this knowledge is still available, you're supposed to be seeking out Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, but you seeing what's happening to these people that haven't been seeking the Lord. They completely through, man. Got to line up in bread lines, man. Okay, they've lost their jobs. And these jobs aren't coming back, by the way. Okay, all these different industries have been changed forever, man. The hotel industry ain't coming back like it used to. These different concerts, the basketball games, football games, baseball games. Which those games employed a lot of people, man. People working at the concession stands. Those jobs are gone. Okay. Yeah, the jobs are gone, man. These people ain't gonna get their job back. If things do open up, if this man does allow anything to open back up, he let these people walk around freely like he used to, people ain't gonna have their jobs again. People's houses are gonna be gone for good. Okay? This place is completely done, man. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, which you see that happening. All these businesses are boarded up. Well, you know, the spot where we teach at, that used to be a Gap store. That store has been closed down, you know, for months now, man. It's not opening back up. You ain't gonna see the Gap come back, okay? It says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So these are the times that we're in, man. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is bringing America down. Okay, and what you seeing, you know, unfolding before your eyes. Okay, going back to the title of the video, the perfect storm is brewing, man. Job losses, economic collapse, a wave of evictions, famine. Okay, which is gonna cause what? All hell to break loose out here. This is 2nd Ezra 15. We'll just start at 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which that's what we're doing. And we've been commanded to come out and preach to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, to tell you the words of prophecy, tell you what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai plans on doing to the inhabitants of the earth. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true, and every word that's in this book has come to pass, or is coming to pass, man, or is going to come to pass. All right, this book is 100% tested, man. Verse 3, it says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Yeah, so you people that don't believe these words, we don't care about y'all, man. We ain't worried about y'all. Okay, the Most High got something for y'all, you people that don't believe. All right, it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So if you don't believe the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the Most High gonna put you to death. You gonna die. Okay, so we ain't worried about you dudes that don't believe. You scoffers that come on the page, you scoffers that walk by the camp. You want to put your little 2 cents in to try to overthrow the faith of the men that do believe, the individuals that do believe. The Most High gonna put you to death, man. Verse 5, it says, behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And we're in the beginning stages of those things happening, man. Food banks, they're at an all-time high. The usage of food banks is at an all-time high, man. And really it's beyond Great Depression levels. You know, every day more people keep coming to the food banks, man. They're running out of food at the food banks. UNICEF is now operating in the UK, man. Okay, so that shows you how dire the situation is. It says, behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. The whole earth is covered in wickedness, man. Okay, so the Most High is going to do what? He's going to send judgments down here to punish the wickedness that's going on. Part of the judgments is the famine that's coming, the economic collapse, you getting evicted out of your house and being homeless with the majority of these other people that's out here. Okay. It says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. So the Most High, he ain't holding back no more. Okay. When wickedness is happening, he's addressing it. And how does he address it? By executing judgment, man. It says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Who's the souls of the just? The Israelites that are sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. Those complaints go straight to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and the Most High is taking note of it, and he's executing, man. Okay, he's executing judgment. Verse 9, it says, and therefore saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. And who's the people of the Lord? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are completely oblivious as to what's going on, man. Okay, what's Jake into right now? Well, all these things are going on. You know, this man is preparing to make the jab mandatory. He's getting ready to roll out the mark of the beast. We're in the midst of an economic collapse. We're in the midst of a famine. What the hell is Jake doing, man? Jake is watching fucking versus battles on the YouTube, man, and on Instagram. Okay, looking at two rappers go head to head, you know, over, you know, okay, who has the better music. This is what Jake is doing in 2020 while they enemy is plotting on exterminating them, man. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before and will destroy all the land thereof. And the ones that are going to be delivered are the elect. Okay, the Most High is going to smite Egypt with plagues as before. The Egypt is talking about America. And he's going to destroy all the land thereof. How's he going to do that? With those thermonuclear missiles. All right, it says, Egypt shall mourn and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Those thermonuclear missiles. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. And the Most High has pronounced destruction upon the inhabitants of the earth. And we in the beginning stages of that destruction, man. Okay? We literally in the famine right now. People are lining up in bread lines in unprecedented numbers, man. UNICEF is currently operating in the UK, man. Okay? I thought this was an organization that specialized in service in third world countries. But they're in the UK. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And this is the times that we're entering into, man. What you think these people gonna do when they don't got food to put in their belly, man? When the food banks close, okay? Or when the number of people rejected from the food bank reaches a certain amount, man. Okay, what are those people gonna do? They're gonna start running up in these grocery stores, man. What are people gonna do when they are forced to, you know, they presented with the option to receive a jab, get a passport, so they can go into these different stores. They can go into the grocery store to buy food, and they don't want to take the jab. They don't want to participate in this passport program. What you think they're gonna do, man? They're gonna run up in the grocery stores. Okay, which is gonna make what? It's gonna make food that much more scarce. You're gonna see panic buying. Okay, these preppers, they're gonna, you know, barricade themselves in their houses. People are gonna be out here on the streets looking for food, man. Okay, putting people to death. You know, fighting over the smallest of crumbs, man. And then the cannibalism is gonna happen. Okay? These are the times that we're living in. It says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. And we in that time, man. Sedition among men. These people are fed up with these lockdown measures, man, which is completely unconstitutional, by the way. You know, you got these patriots out here, they pissed off, man. They see their country being taken from them before their eyes, and they ready to do something, man. Okay? It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. We're reaching at that time, man, where these people ain't gonna care what the law says, what the politicians are saying, okay? What the cops are saying, what the sheriff is saying. They gonna do whatever the hell they want to do, man. And if you get in their way and you a politician or you a cop, you gonna get ran over, man. Okay? Because here it is, they you know, trusted in this system that's in place. They follow the procedures. Oh, you see, you know, this is what we're supposed to do. If we have a grievance with someone, we're supposed to file a lawsuit, petition our senator, you know, talk to the mayor, go to the city council. But they're not being heard because these different politicians that are in power, they're following the agenda of the elites, man. Which is going to further cause these people to completely lose it when they understand what's really going on in this society, man. That their vote don't matter, that their opinion doesn't matter, that they're slaves. Okay? It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. And that's the reason why these things are happening. Because of your pride, man. Your pride towards Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Your blatant disregard for the law, statutes, and commandments. What's going on in this society, man? Nothing but wickedness. Okay, they passing all kind of laws, uplifting sodomites, legalizing, and normalizing transgenderism. You know, just complete wickedness everywhere you go, man. So since you don't want to correct yourself, you don't want to take heed to the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, okay, the Most High is bringing judgments upon you. That's the reason why you're getting kicked out your house. That's why you got to line up in the bread line. Okay, that's why you ain't got no job, man. Okay, that's why pretty soon you people are going to starve to death. All right. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. These are the times that we're entering into, man. Okay, the perfect storm is brewing. Every piece is in place for the prophecies of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to be fulfilled, man. Okay, once people don't have food, they're gonna lose it. Okay, they're gonna be running up in each other's houses, the preppers. If you got a friend that's a prepper and you ain't got no food, you're gonna run up in his house and you're gonna try to take whatever he got, man. It don't matter how long you knew him for. Okay, you're gonna try to destroy his door and take his food, man, because it's either you or him. It's either your family or his family, man. Then it's gonna come to a point where you're gonna start killing your family members off, man. Okay, kill your son, your daughter, your wife. You're gonna put your wife to death and eat her, man. Okay, these are the times that we're entering into. Okay, and all the pieces are set for these things to play out, just how Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai said they would play out, man. You know, so with that, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Our Hakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.